What's up, Internet? I am Batman, but also I am a tax slug, and welcome to Rental Reasons, the show where I look at games I'm currently renting from GameFly and try to enumerate the reasons why I am probably not going to buy them. And spoiler, the usual reason is I'm fucking broke. But Batman Arkham Knight is the game we are playing today on this fine Saturday. I'm 23% overall. I'm about halfway through the main story. So if you are sensitive to spoilers, as this game is still pretty new, then perhaps don't watch this video, because there might be some spoilers. But I will say, first and foremost, the reason why I would not buy this game right out the gate is because this game has a 6-month, $40 season pass. So if you are interested in having the full Arkham Knight experience on a singular disc, wait for the inevitable Game of the Year edition. But that being said, if you are into the hype, you want to play it right now, then perhaps, go to a Redbox or get a GameFly account and rent the damn thing, which is what I did. But I will say right off the bat, I do like this game. This game, I think, fixes a lot of the issues that I had with Arkham City. Now, Arkham Asylum, which was the first game of this trilogy, and I didn't play Arkham Origins, but Arkham Asylum, I thought was that game was amazing. And it was exactly what it needed to be. I had to force myself to play through Arkham City because I wanted to see where the story went, but I felt like the open world in Arkham City, it didn't really need it, and I felt the traversal to be pretty tedious. This game solves most of those issues, in addition to looking fucking amazing. It solves a lot of what I had with the traversal issues, and perhaps some of those were solved in Origins, but I didn't play Origins, because that was not from Rocksteady. I was only interested in the games that were from Rocksteady. So, I am Batman, and you can see here I am in Gotham City. And the way they handle the mission structure, you hold right on the D-pad, and you go, okay, do you want to do the main story, which I'm about halfway through? Do you want to go after the Riddler? Do you want to go, like right now, I'm locked out of the Penguin. Do you want to go after Firefly? Do you want to go after these firefighters? You want to go after the Man-Bat? Like, you've got options in terms of what you want to handle at any given time. Obviously, when you're in a main mission, you're kind of locked out. So let's not do the main mission right now. Let's see if we can't track down some more Man-Bat, and see where that takes us. So right off the bat, the traversal here. I'm going to hit R1, I'm going to mash on the X button, and it's going to launch me. And that is fucking fantastic. I love that. That is awesome. And then you can kind of, do your basic Batman gliding stuff. And then I promise I will get to the main other component of the traversal in this game, which is the Batmobile is a big part of this game. But we'll get to that momentarily. First and foremost, I want to see what the next segment of this Man-Bat mission is. The combat stuff, pretty much the same. There are some new wrinkles to it. If you've played the previous Arkham games, you kind of know what you're getting into. And that being said, it is still, extraordinarily polished and fucking amazing. So, there's that. We're going to head here to this apartment and open the door. See if we can't do some detective work here with the Man-Bat. Elevator. What could possibly go wrong? So yeah, I've been playing this for a few hours over the past few days, and at this point you will have already seen me show off the game to Graham, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that. There is a lot of Batmobile driving in that video, but a game like this is hard to show off in a half an hour that I usually get a week. It is difficult because there are a lot of systems to it. There's a lot to kind of take in, and it uses most of the buttons on the controller. So there's that. But for me, as someone who's been playing games for quite a long time, and who thought that the previous games in the series are pretty damn cool. Though, I had my issues with Arkham City. Still, I'm very curious to see what Rocksteady will do next, because they have said this is the end of the Arkham trilogy of their Arkham. Obviously, there have been 4 games. They didn't do Origins. This is the end of the Arkham trilogy. So what do they do next? What do they do after Batman? Personally, I would say have them do something that is perhaps not a superhero game. Like, as tempting as that is, I'm sure that Warner's like, no, you gotta do, like, Superman, or you gotta do, you know, any other number of DC characters that they could be doing for a video game. But personally, I'd like to see them do something original and see how that works out. Oh no. Well, sucks to be that. Alright. Yep. That's just going to repeat. We're going to go into our detective vision here and see what we can mess with. There we go. Keyboard.
This computer stores all of Dr. Lindstrom's research.
That is a weird looking OS. This is all kind of just happening automatically. So there's that. Come on, Batman. You can type faster than that. So, the plot of this game is that Scarecrow wants to unleash his fear toxin on Gotham City, and that is why the majority of the populace has evacuated, which kind of is the gameplay conceit to not having a full city of people milling about. Alright, I gotta actually do stuff here. That's what? Wait. Rotate drums is L and R. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. No. Okay. Wait till it fucks up, and then you move it. And then... this is the kind of gameplay I would not be able to get Grim to sit through for more than a minute or so without him going like, boring! But, you know, I appreciate having the detective stuff in here with Batman. That is certainly a big part of his character. And I enjoy those parts of, you know, using your vision and, you know, going through video files and that kind of stuff is actually pretty cool to me. But, you know, I understand that, you know, you want just a big, dumb action game, perhaps, you know, and you're not going to get 100% of that playing this. But certainly there is plenty of action and explosions, but it is still punctuated by slower moments, you know, in the mission structure. And I can appreciate that. But let us get through this DNA sequencing here. Yep, there we go. Keep going. Keep sequencing that genome. We're gonna make it. And now you get a baby dinosaur. Mr. DNA. So that accomplishes thing there. And we're gonna... Here's Alfred. This game, there's a lot of talking into your wrist in this game. Kind of happens pretty constantly. It's kind of walk and talk, Batman, walk and talk. Just like every other third-person game on the face of the planet. But that earns us an upgrade point. That's good to have. And now we can get out of this homestead here. Back up the elevator. Oh, so, the Joker. Let us address the Joker. So, in the beginning of this game, the Joker dies. He gets cremated. There is no more Joker. However, you get injected with a small amount of Scarecrow's fear toxin. Therefore, you are hallucinating the Joker throughout this game. I don't think it's Mark Hamill doing the voice. I think he said he was done with that, so it might be a sound-alike, but obviously I had not finished the game. I had not seen the ending credits, so I don't actually know. But it's my understanding that was after Origins, I think, or after Arkham City, Mark Hamill said he was done being the Joker. Because he couldn't do it anymore. It's not good for his throat. So, there's that. But yeah, so, basically you get plenty of stuff with Joker without actually having him as, you know, an enemy in the game. He just kind of hangs out and comments on stuff. And this game is rated M for mature, unlike the previous games that are rated T for teen, is my understanding. So there's a bit of a darker vibe to this game, and if that's what you dig, you know, then certainly you'll get plenty of that. There are parts of the Killing Joke in here for those of you who are up on your Batman lore. Right now, my main mission is to rescue Barbara Gordon, aka Oracle, from the clutches of Scarecrow. That is kind of where I'm at in the story. This game looks really fucking nice on PS4. I will say, right now the PC version totally broken. As of this recording, it is still kind of on fire. WB pulled it from sale. You can't even buy it right now. It is that fucking broken. So if you have the option, I would say definitely go PS4. So we did our little Man-Bat side deals. So let's hit up the next main story beat with Scarecrow, and then that'll be the end. No, actually, no. Before that, let us get into the Batmobile stuff, which is another crux of this game, which was a big selling point of this game, and apparently the special edition with the Batmobile statue didn't actually come out because there were quality issues, which is kind of funny. So you hit L1, and then it just kind of shows up, and here you are in the Batmobile. So this thing, the default controls on this thing are fucking terrible because they put the tank transformation on the left trigger. Now, if you're playing games for a long time, like me, and you're in a car, left trigger is the brake. And here, you can turn it off. So you can put it into the brake. So, but usually, when you hit left trigger, you would get this, which is the tank mode. Which is like, what? So, when you change it, you can put it onto R1, where that does your tank to car thing. And that makes the game much easier to play. So, that being said, there are various things in the open world to go shoot at. There are mines to disable, and there are these little tank dudes on your radar to go take out. You can actually, if you go into, is it here or is it the map itself? Nope, that's wrong button. The map. So you can see here, open world game. Obviously, you get your open world game design. But you can see here on this island there are 4 drones, 2 APCs, 1 watchtower, and 1 more mine. And you go to this island, there are 48 drones, Cobra tanks, and watchtowers, etc. So there is open world things to do in this game, and there is plenty of Batmobile gameplay if you want to do it. I think they went a bit too heavy early on with the, like, you kind of thought, oh god, is most of the game going to be in the car? But once you get past the opening stuff, it seems like not as bad in the car. There's not as much. And it's not that I find the car bad, it just takes a little while to get used to it. And, it's okay. It's obviously, there's the gameplay conceit of the tank, is that, obviously, doing combat is way too hard when you can't actually get an accurate turn radius, so they made it into this nonsense. Boom. I'm Batman. But, I don't know. The Batmobile stuff seems very hit or miss. People seem very divided on how they feel about it. I thought it isn't that bad, and it's obviously, if you're getting into doing everything in the game, perhaps at that point it gets tedious, but from what I played thus far, not too bad. I mean, it's not great in terms of a major gameplay system. Perhaps it could be better, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. So here we are. So obviously, the Joker not actually here, all in your head. And there's Scarecrow, doing his thing. You really don't want to get hit with the fear toxin. It's Some bad news. Shoot the Batman. Shoot the Batman. There's glass in between us. So, and I'm wearing some seriously armored suit here. So, you know, there's that. I gotta stop saying that there's that. I said it like 8 times in this video so far. My apologies. Please don't shoot yourself, Oracle. Please. Don't shoot yourself. Alright then. That happened. This game's pretty dark. I will say, this game is pretty dark.
She's gone, Alfred. What do you mean? Barbara.
Now, Robin is not going to be happy because in this universe, he was going out with, Barbara there. And certainly, Commissioner Gordon, not going to be happy. But here's the thing. What if all of this is a hallucination? Think about it. Think about it. Alright, so. This game also has, you know, your AR challenges, which you can find either in the world or in a menu. It's got leaderboards for the AR challenges. And it's got, you know, just there's stuff in this game. However, there's plenty of more stuff if you want to pay an extra $40 for a season pass. Fuck that. So my advice, if you are not, if the game is interesting to you, but you're not chomping at the bit to get onto it right away, then perhaps wait for the eventual Game of the Year, which will have everything on the same disc, and then you can get all that extra content. Now, obviously, at this point, you don't know whether or not that content is worth playing, because it's not out yet. But if it ends up being worth playing, then, you know, sure. By all means. But paying $60 for a game and then paying $40 for a season pass, personally, like, I understand why they do it, because game budgets are at this point untenable. Like, the budget for this game, to make back their money, they had to do a season pass. Regardless of what's actually in that season pass. They had to do it. Because just having this game sell at $60 is not going to make back the budget they spent to make the game in and of itself. Game budgets for AAA games at this point are fucking ridiculous. Anyway. What is my next? Alright, well, let's just do a little bit more Batman, Batmobile gameplay before we wrap this up. We've seen some story. We haven't actually seen any punching dudes, but I assure you, let's actually go down onto the street here and see if we can't punch some dudes. There is plenty of the Arkham Asylum-ish gameplay where you punch dudes and you hunt them from the shadows. There is certainly that, and you can just kind of get in here and use the, you know, Batman melee combat is all pretty good. You know what you would expect from it. You know, it is fun, and it is, you know, still exciting, and they throw more things at you. I think in this one, there's more different enemy types, which makes you have to do more of a, what's the word? More of a not just mashing on square and triangle. There's more of a strategy to it when they start having in more different types of enemies, and that's interesting from a gameplay perspective. And that car tried to just from me the fuck over. Oh hey! Pop! So that's, you know, what you would expect from the gameplay for Batman punching dudes. And then we just kind of hit X here and launch the fuck out of here. So I want to actually go back to the island that has a bunch of things to do on it, which is this one right here. So we're going to kind of, yeah, we're going to set a waypoint here. Custom waypoint. Right there. I think I can get to this island. Actually, it might not actually be open yet. But I thought I opened it up. There's no things on here to show me that it's opened up, so it might not be the case. So perhaps let's I don't know. Maybe we can find some things to do on this island. I don't know. But in any case, we're to get back in our car here. Oops, fell in the water. Don't want to be in the water. Where's my car? Where's my car? And you can do stuff like jump out of the car and then assault guys and like, or go over a building and then jump back into the car. Like, there is some neat stuff with the Batmobile. It has, you know, some weird, very kind of clunky puzzle stuff, but overall, I felt it was pretty well done. See if we can help this cop over here. I can see his cop siren. So you got your little disabler deal, immobilizer, which is a little missile. You help him out like that. And then there are green guys that you want to get more Scarecrow hints. As always, there are like 8 bajillion Scarecrow things to collect, which I'm sorry, Riddler things to collect. There's 8 bajillion of those, and I never do those because personally I get burned out on most kinds of open world gameplay. It's been, you know, it ends up being just tedious. So not a fan of that. So there's a green guy there that I have to interrogate. And we will do that by beating up his friends first. Not him. His friends. There we go. Sure you can! Oops. Leave his friend and then go over to him and hit triangle. And be like, where is he? Where is he? It's the Bat!
Let's talk.
About Riddler.
I'll tell you everything. Thank you.
And there you go. Located stuff. So, they go through the whole, you know, obviously Batman doesn't kill people because he's Batman. He's a superhero. But personally, riding around in what is essentially a tank and hitting guys, I'm pretty sure they're gonna die. Pretty sure. Anyway, yeah. So that, I mean, I'm not seeing any of the, you know, like it's hard to get a good vertical slice of this game in the kind of gameplay videos that I do because there's so much to talk about, so much to do. So rest assured, there is a lot more than what I am showing you here in this video to do in terms of, you know, being in the vehicle, going around on missions, and all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, I can't get to all that in one video, and you know, that's kind of is what it is. Oops. I'm going to do that, and then do that, and then do that, and then do that. There we go. So yeah, this game looks amazing. It plays really well. They put together a very solid package. But for me, as someone who's going to play through the single player once and not care about the AR challenges, etc., etc., I'm going to play through it once, enjoy it, and then send it back to GameFly. And that is my rental reason. Also, I'm kind of broke. So, that being said, my name is AttackSlug. This has been Rental Reasons. Once again, this has been Batman Arkham Knight. If you want to play it, you can be the goddamn Batman once again. And I will see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.